They're sprinting away from the 1200 meter marker. Seattle Light got a flyer, the early leader by a length. Pinged the machine. Eskovich, Nantius, black sleeves and cap, red sleeves and cap, Dynamic Force towards the inside. They're racing 4 and 5 wide. Carlin, and towards the outside, Wilbur, the white blinkers. Gold Chest, the white cap, gets some encouragement with Too Cool, Never Again the trailer. All of a sudden, Nantius has burned through to pick up the gallop. Eskovich, the blue silk. Seattle Light off and alert beginnings towards the inside. Carlin's racing a bit deeper out. Then we drop back to Dynamic Force, red sleeves and cap, the white blinkers of Wilbur. Gold Chest continues to be ridden at. Nantius at the top of the lane. Seattle Light the quickest way home towards the inside, the pink cap. Dynamic Force looks promising at the 300, red sleeves and cap to come through. Nantius tackled by Dynamic Force. Eskovich is looking for a run up the outside, but Dynamic Force travelled strongly into the lead. 150 to go, looks tough to beat. Dynamic Force by a length and a quarter from Nantius and then Eskovich, and it's all Dynamic Force to the winning post. Nantius second, Eskovich Too Cool, and then came Seattle Light. Inside the 300, Dynamic Force, he moved up, full of promise, the Sonny of Toreador for the Dennis Bosch stable, for the Fire Racing Trust, Alesh Naidu, bred by the Waterford stud. The blinkers on, and he just cruised through them. He goes off the favourite at R2.50, R1 the plays. Last time out reported short right 4. He strode down to the post very well today, and he wins it by about 2 lengths. Nantius, who was up second and then bounced away coming to the 800 meter mark, will stay on second. Eskovich was just looking for some running room towards the outside. Too Cool doing some late progress ahead of Seattle Light. Wilbur, the white blinkers, Never Again. Dynamic Force, there you can see Anthony Delpeche just cruises through in cruise mode at the 300. He tackles Nantius, no more from Seattle Light. Eskovich is just looking for a run up the outside, and that's not going to happen. He's going to have to switch to the inside, but at this stage, Dynamic Force is gone, and he's going to win a good contest. Nantius, black sleeves and cap, the blue silks of Eskovich hooking in, but it's all about number 1, Dynamic Force. Well done to the Dennis Bosch team. Anthony Delpeche gears him down to the winning post. Back to the studio.
Number 1, Dynamic Force, has put his act together this afternoon. He's been favoured all 4 runs. Changed yards, of course, in new ownership of Alesh Naidu. Obviously, purchased him from trainer Colin Scott. And he's come through to win a good race this afternoon. Let's have a chat to trainer Dennis Bosch first. And then he's been in the care with you now for a couple of months. And the last time out, there were valid excuses, weren't there?
Okay, first of all, I want to thank Ray Kudak for allowing us to buy this horse, and thanks to Colin Scott and Alesh to buy it, and then Costa came in after it. So well done to Ray. Yeah, he's a different horse. We were absolutely dumbfounded last time on his run. I mean, it was just... I couldn't even explain, but I had him up at only a couple of days, and I ran him, and maybe I shouldn't have done that. But we've tried him at home, and today Mr. Delpeche said it's race over.
He was confident.
I haven't heard a jockey in a long time talk like that. I mean, this was put up phenomenal work, you know. I spoke to Costa and Alesh, and so we would have been very surprised to see him in the second box. We were quite bullish about him.
Well, the numbers in the frame, well done to yourself and your team. Now, I asked you for comments first call, and you liked a bit of Pyrenees in Spain.
Yeah, geez, it's a 12, but I got Bernard on his back. I've dropped the furlong. I don't think that's going to worry him too much. I think he might be running on at the finish. If he runs in the first 3, I'll be absolutely happy. And I think he's very well, and I think he will give a good account of himself. Just before I go, Dees, my daughter got married on Friday. I just want to wish her everything of the best. And to Lauren for doing all the hard work at the wedding, I want to thank her.
Beautiful. Wish them the best from our side as well.
I will do, Dees. Thank you.
Well done, Dennis Bosch. Let's get jockey Delpeche in. Firstly, I think that must be your first tip on TV. You tipped that with confidence. You said, my next best is Dynamic Force.
Yeah, you know when you work a horse and they work so well, and you just don't want them to disappoint you. And on his last sprint up, he couldn't lose really. His work was very, very good. He worked with like a 3-time winner, and I couldn't go any slower next to it. And he just had to bring his homework, and that's exactly what he did today.
Blinkers as well?
I think that's what made done the trick. And I've ridden him before, and I knew that's what he needed. And spoke to Dan, and we put it on.
I always wanted to mention this on air. These colors, red, yellow, and blue. Alesh Naidu told me a story that this is the flag of Seychelles, where you came from, and he actually picked these colors because he was a big fan of yours.
Yeah, this was the old, long Alesh had knew nothing about racing, and we were friends from very, very early, before he even got involved in the game. And I said, you've got to get bleu, blanc, rouge. That was the colors of our flag in Seychelles.
Well, it's a lovely story and a nice double for you thus far. Well played.
Thank you.
Lovely. Come through, Alesh. Firstly, those colors, they've been kind to you. You've had I've lost count. At one stage I used to keep stats with regards to owners, but do you keep count how many owners you've had, how many winners you've had as an owner?
Yeah, no, definitely. I kept my, for the last good couple of years, where I had my 100 winner, I think last year it was. And Bonji never ride a winner for me in these colors for some time. But then all of a sudden he's got the rides and he's giving me one after one.
It's a nice story, the way you picked those colors through friendship.
Yeah, definitely. We were friends from a long time ago when I was in the punting game, and he was the one that picked the colors.
Coming back to this horse, Dennis touched on it. Used to be with Colin Scott, Ray Kodak, and they afforded yourself, and I heard now Costa involved as well to buy the horse. And you're a guy that's in the market looking for horses in training, and hopefully it turns out to be a good buy for you.
Yeah, definitely. I think this horse going to go places. She's not only places, so a good couple of wins you're going to have. And I also say well done to Dennis Bosch. He was very, very bullish in this win today. And Anthony Delbert gave me the confidence he'll win the race today.
You got 32 Squadron coming up later in your silks. A good winner last time out. What's the word?
Yeah, it's up in class at the moment, and but you got to respect him.
Thanks for that, Alesh. All the best with this horse.
I want to dedicate this win to my wife. She was going to come from the airport now, and she just met an accident, and this is for her.
Before you leave, what happened in the marathon the other day? I got a little text from you. What was your time in I think was it the Chatsworth Marathon?
Yeah, I did 6:12 there, and now I'm ready for the comrades now.
You qualified?
Yeah, I definitely did.
How many comrades you've had? You've passed the 10 now comfortably, haven't you?
I'm doing number 14 this year.
But every year in and year out, your wife finishes in front of you.
Yeah, sometimes she does.
Well done, Alesh.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, Alesh loves the tar as well, as much he loves the horses. He's up in the morning, road running, and 14 comrades. But every time he races, his wife finishes in front of him. 1, 3, 5, and 10. That's the way they cross the line. Race number 4.